I am here at the Magic Kingdom today, and I'm going to try a daunting task. I am going to try to ride every single ride at the Magic Kingdom, from plummeting down the Bayou to flying on Dumbo. I'm going to do it all, and you're coming with me. I will be using a variety of different techniques today. I'm going to be using Lightning Lane Single Pass, Lightning Lane Multi Pass, standby lines. So we're going to get it all done.
Look, over here.
You're going to start the morning off with the Jungle Cruise. This is a high priority Lightning Lane because it is extremely popular. It kind of takes a while to load and unload the boats, so it can really line up. It is a Lightning Lane Multi-Pass Tier 1 ride. I do not have a Lightning Lane for it. I've prioritized my Tier 1 for Tiana's Bayou adventure, so I'm hoping to rope drop this one. Well, not rope drop because I'm not here in time for rope drop, but stand by it. So the rides that I'm really prioritizing and worrying more about are Peter Pan's Flight, Jungle Cruise, and Tiana's Bayou Adventure. We already got Tiana's Bayou Adventure underway. Once I get done with Jungle Cruise, that'll be marked off the list. I have Lightning Lane Single Pass for Seven Dwarf Mine Train and for Tron Lightcycle Run. I accidentally recorded that ride in slow-mo, so enjoy your slow-mo recording of the Jungle Cruise. It was a lot of fun. Who doesn't love a boat ride with jokes? And the skipper we had was wonderful. But I have a Lightning Lane for the Haunted Mansion, and once I tap into that one, I can book another Tier 1 Lightning Lane. Even though Haunted Mansion is a Tier 2, once you tap into your first one, then the tier system kind of goes away. So I'm going to tap into that and hopefully get Peter Pan's Flight. Mansion is a slow-moving, dark ride where you ride in a doom buggy, and it is a favorite of so many. It is a very well-loved attraction. It is dark, it can be scary, but it also has some funny parts, and it has so much lore behind it.
Hammer betrays an aura of foreboding, almost as though her senses.
Creepy. That is such a great attraction. Now it's time to get a little bit of breakfast and then on to Pirates of the Caribbean. Alright, I had some bacon on a stick, now I'm ready to conquer the Disney World. It is time for Pirates of the Caribbean, a slow-moving boat ride that inspires the popular movie. Pirates has a very small drop at the beginning, and it is dark, but otherwise there are no height restrictions for it. And I personally am looking forward to the amazing air conditioning. Standby is 30 minutes, but I have the Lightning Lane Multi-Pass.
Easy, Bob.
Alright, that was a fun ride. Great way to cool down, enjoyed Pirates, feel refreshed, and now it's time to go to my Lightning Lane Single Pass for Tron Lightcycle Run. Tron is what I consider the newest ride in the Magic Kingdom. I mean, Tiana's Bayou Adventure opened after Tron, but it was a remake of Splash Mountain. So I feel like Tron's like the newest, completely new ride in Magic Kingdom. It has a 48-inch height requirement. It has some indoor and outdoor roller coaster parts to it. And you are riding on the back of a light cycle and entering the grid. You cannot film on Tron Lightcycle Run without a chest harness, and I didn't bring mine, So enjoy this previously recorded footage from Tron Lightcycle Run. Initiate in 3, 2. Tron was fun, but now it's time for another favorite attraction of many, the Peoplemover. This is an Omnimover attraction where you sit in a little blue car and you kind of just ride around Tomorrowland. It tells you about Tomorrowland. It's very relaxing, about 10 minutes.
Stay clear of the doors, which will open and... Visionary ideas throughout Walt Disney World. Look, there's even a tiny Peoplemover. Best tracks in the cosmos for a bit of light, speedy competition.
The Peoplemover was fun. Now it's on to another relaxing ride in Tomorrowland, the Carousel of Progress.
Fly behind the other guy and blast him with your laser blaster.
Alright, I don't know if you could hear me whenever I was going to the Carousel of Progress, but it is a great attraction. It is one of the longest running stage shows in American history. It was said to be a personal favorite of Walt Disney's, and it was shown in the World's Fair. Also, it tells the story of a family and the progress of technology, and it has the theme song, It's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow, which will really get stuck in your head. But now it's time to ride Space Mountain. This is a really fun roller coaster through the dark. It's been here for a long time. It is a classic attraction, a Tier 1 Lightning Lane multi-pass ride. It has a 44-inch height requirement. It is an indoor roller coaster in the dark where you're riding in a rocket through space. Man, I love that ride. But it's time now for my lunch reservation at the Plaza. I have never eaten there before, so I'm super excited. I am going to use that time to recharge myself, recharge all my devices, and then I will see you again shortly. Don't stop the video though, we aren't done yet. Seven Dwarf Mine Train opened in 2014, and it is insanely popular attraction. It is a Lightning Lane single pass. Magic Kingdom has 2 Lightning Lane single passes, Tron Lightcycle Run and Seven Dwarf Mine Train. This attraction has a 38-inch height requirement, and it has kind of like a rocking vehicle that you ride in on a roller coaster. It uses some of the animatronics from the old Snow White ride that was in the Magic Kingdom, and it is just adorable. It is a family coaster, so let's go see Snow White and Seven Dwarfs. The Walt Disney World Railroad goes around the park. You can either ride on it the whole time, or it does do stops around the park, so if you want to use that instead of walking, it is another way of getting around the park.
Dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Ooh, in these woods, hiking trails, bird calls, fireflies. Folks, we're just about out of the woods and into...
Over here, we have one of my personal favorites. It is closed right now, and it's going to remain closed until the end of the year, but that is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad has a 40-inch height requirement, and it is the wildest ride in the wilderness. All this, of course, is subject to change, I don't think they'll change the height requirement. I do know they're doing something with the tracks, but as of now, the height requirement was 40 inches. Since we can't ride that, let's go to my other Frontierland favorite, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which also has a 40-inch height requirement, and it is the re-theme of Splash Mountain. I mentioned earlier in this video, but this was my #1 Lightning Lane priority for this park. It is a Tier 1 attraction, and it is the newest attraction in the park, so I went ahead and got it first. Now, you can get very wet on this ride. I am not going to wear a poncho today. We'll see how wet I get. It's hot. I don't even care if I get wet. And this ride will tell you the story of Tiana after The Princess and the Frog.
Welcome, y'all.
I am already stoked, and we haven't even gone down the big drop yet. On to our next ride. It's a small world. This ride was originally built for the 1964 World's Fair. I don't have to go very far for the next attraction. It is a classic dark ride attraction. It is always popular. It is a Tier 1 Lightning Lane multi-pass ride, and it is Peter Pan's Flight. This is another opening day attraction at Walt Disney World where you get in a ship and you go through and see some of the scenes from Peter Pan. You go over London, you go over Neverland. It is a great time. So let's go check it out. I remember as a kid loving that ride because if you wore white, it would glow in the dark, and I thought that was really cool. But we're on to our next attraction, Prince Charming's Regal Carousel. This ride is older than Walt Disney World. It is over 100 years old and was relocated here. And it has all these beautiful hand-carved horses. And there's one special horse on there that is Cinderella's. And that is the one I'm going to try to get, obviously. Target acquired. Here it is. Alright, off of the carousel. A little girl beat me out for Cinderella's horse, but it's okay. She seemed like she was really happy with it. Back to Tomorrowland because I have a Lightning Lane for Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. This ride has an upcoming glam up. I can't think of a better word to use. But for now, it's a classic shooter style attraction. It's still going to be a shooter style attraction. Similar to Toy Story Mania, where you are shooting at these little Zerg Z things. Along the way, you are fighting against the evil Emperor Zurg. And the goal is to get the top score and be the galactic hero. I have never done it before. I'm actually going to try, so let's see if I can record and try. Alright, I might as well not try. I thought for a minute that I was doing really good, and then I realized I was missing a whole digit, so It's kind of hard to talk here with the music, so I may do a voiceover. But Astro Orbiter is currently down for refurbishment. This is a Dumbo style attraction that is way up there on top of where the Peoplemover is. Next to Tomorrowland Speedway. This ride has a 32-inch height requirement, and you drive a car around a fixed track, so you're not really driving it, but you push the gas. It's raining, so I'm not going to record on the ride.
They got the wet tires on there?
That was the most miserable experience I've ever had on a Disney ride. It started pouring. The seat was a puddle. I was sitting in a puddle. When I stood up, all the water just flew down off of me. So yeah, I didn't record it. It probably would have been hilarious, but I was afraid it would ruin all of my text. But it looks like it's slowing down now. Now I'm at the Mad Tea Party, another opening day attraction where you ride in a teacup. The one here has a cover over it, so I won't get drenched. From one opening day attraction to another, let's go ride Dumbo. On this ride, you sit in a Dumbo, and you are able to make him go up and down as he goes around in a circle. There used to only be one Dumbo, but now there are two of them. And they have this really neat waiting area for when you're in line where the kids can play on a playground. It's pretty awesome. See, 1, 2 Dumbos. And the Timothy Q mouse that used to be on top of Dumbo is now in the middle on top of that sign.
Until Dumbo comes to us.
Dumbo is such a cute attraction. Now I'm on to the only other attraction here in Storybook Circus, and that is the Barnstormer. This is a Goofy themed roller coaster. The Barnstormer has a 35-inch tall height requirement. It is kind of like a starter kiddie coaster, but it is pretty fast. In fact, I recommend taking off hats and ears for it because you might lose them. Guys, we are only down to 3 rides left, and I have 2 hours and 15 minutes left in the park. So I am going to watch fireworks. I'm not going to include that in this video because I'm just focusing on rides for this video, but we're going to go over to the Voyage of the Little Mermaid. I think that's what it's called. Under the Sea, Journey of the Little Mermaid. I thought that the Voyage was the Hollywood Studios show, but anyways, we are going to head over to that, ride it, and then all I have left is Magic Carpets of Aladdin and Winnie the Pooh. The Little Mermaid is a Omni-Mover. Oh, Barnstormer. The Little Mermaid is a Omni-Mover dark ride where you ride along in a clamshell and listen to the story of the Little Mermaid. There's Ursula in it. It's a lot of fun, and the music's great. Only 2 rides left. I am headed towards the Magic Carpets of Aladdin. This is another one of those Dumbo-style spinner attractions. It has some gold-spitting camels around it. One camel spits out towards people when they're walking. The other one spits towards the ride. And I think it triggers if you're at a certain height, but I'm not 100% sure on that. These camels were in a parade that they used to have at Hollywood Studios. I believe it was MGM when they had the parade. Alright, it shot me one time, the camel. Now we're on to the last ride of the night, the Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. This is a slow-moving dark ride, and it took the place of Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, which is a little bit of a hot topic sometimes because some people really love Mr. Toad. But if you are missing Mr. Toad, you can look for him in a couple of places. He is at the Haunted Mansion. There is a little statue of him in the Pet Cemetery. Sorry, I could not think of the word statue. I wanted to say tombstone, but it's a statue. And In the Winnie the Pooh ride, you can see a picture of Mr. Toad handing over the deed to Al. Alright friends, I did it! I rode every ride in the Magic Kingdom in one day. That was not an easy task. My favorites definitely are Tiana's Bayou Adventure, Space Mountain. I like the thrill rides. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite ride is. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope it helped you and helped you be able to prioritize which rides you want to do when you come to Walt Disney World. I will be doing these for every park, so stay tuned. Thank you again for your support. Please give this a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and ring that notification bell. Have a great night.